In a world where you could be anything you want to be, don't be a rat.
Hold down, man. Suitcase this, my cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see you ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
Y'all already know, man. KFROG TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead, hit that like, subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. I say this a majority of all the beginning of my videos now. If you ain't receiving no notifications, or if you're only receiving some, make sure you check your bell and it's placed on all instead of personalized. Okay, so as y'all seen in the introduction, today we're going to be speaking on snitching. Rats, chiva, police, whatever you want to call it, okay? And this right here is a topic that I've been wanting to speak on for a while now. And the reason for that is because I do not condone in it, all right? I've lost friends over it. I've cut people off over it. I've had to beat people up in my life over it. All types of things, all right? Now, we're going to break it down to the reasons why you shouldn't snitch, all right? And to me, the reason you shouldn't snitch is because you only have one life. You know what I'm saying? And you never want to take someone's freedom away from them in this one life you live, all right? Also, if you plan on having kids, you know, when you get older and shit like that, whatever you do reflects on them. So if you could tell on someone and get someone's life taken, or get someone put behind bars, or, you know, and act like their life didn't matter when you gave that statement, or when you did whatever it is you did to get them in trouble, what makes you think that your kid's gonna be safe later on down the line? You get what I'm saying? You would hate for someone to come bring harm to them because of something you did in the past. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's how I always looked at it, like, shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Loose lips sink ships. Now, you got different type of people who end up, you know, being police. All right? You got the ones that, you know, just flat out will tell on someone. You get what I'm saying? And they kind of like don't get held accountable if they're not, you know, living that street life. If they're just a civilian and, you know, they're not living like that or whatever, they'll, you know, they'll call the police and stuff like that. They don't get held accountable as much as someone who does act like they live that life. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, so you have the ones that will straight out, you know, will call the police on you. You know, which you should know not to, you know, don't fuck with them. Don't even interact with them. Don't put yourself in a bad situation if you know that's the way that they carry themselves. You get what I'm saying? Then you got the ones that will low-key tell. You know, they'll be telling the police information. You know, even if in prison, they'll be telling the guards low-key, you know, where the dope at. You know, where the bangers are hidden. Who's getting the cell phones in. Who's the plug on the Tunchi. You know, telling the gang sergeant everything about other gangs to get the heat off of their organization. You know, you have ones like that are low-key. Then you got ones that, you know, are fully committed to the streets. You know, that push that image like they're out there 24/7. They're going to always rock. They're going to always, you know, hold it down until they looking at too much time. They was real at first, but then all of a sudden when they looking at that time, they go like this and they start pointing the finger. You see? Now, once you do police things like that, you can never take it back. You understand? You can never, you're on that side of the fence now. You understand? There's no way you can redeem yourself. It doesn't matter how many people someone's beaten up, how much work they put in on the streets, if they ever put work in, even in prison. Okay? It really doesn't matter. You know, once you give a statement, you can't take it back. Once you end up cooperating, you can't take it back. Now, when I was in prison down here in the state of Florida, I've seen so many gang members get eaten and taken up through there by their own kind. Their own brothers. Why? Because low-key they found out that they was telling. You know? And not just gang members, though. I've seen it with plenty of neutrons and stuff like that as well. But majority of the violence I seen between gangs was them eating their own kind over some telling shit. It doesn't matter if they've been, you know, putting on for their set for years. Doesn't matter how much work they put in, how many people they done cut and $150'd, how many people they done, you know, gridded, whatever it is. All that went out the window once they started telling. That's why I say in the video where things not to do in prison, one of the things is stay out of the police face. Okay? Because you never want that type of image of you to be put out there like you're talking to the police. You may be telling them things. You know, they blitz the dorm, shake down the dorm, take people to confinement, and then the main person who's walking around with gloves on is the same officer you were just talking to about a damn Heat basketball game. People in there might take that the wrong way and feel like you're the one that dropped the dime on everyone who just went to confinement. You see what I'm saying? And nowadays, people be snitching for the hell of it. You know, they cannot even be facing that much time, and they'll tell. You know, they'll tell as soon as they get caught by the police. As soon as they get brought into custody, they don't even know what their charges are yet. And they'll straight, you know, that's what happens. You see friendships fall out behind this shit. You know what I'm saying? Relationship, guys and girls fall, you know what I'm saying? The guy will blame the girl, or the girl blame the guy. You know, shit like that. And it's to the point to where a lot of people think snitching is cool. Ever since 6ix9ine told on people, people act like that's the new thing. You know, being a rat. Like, being a rat is cool. Because if you look at it, majority of these rats still get love in the streets and still get love from people on the internet, still get love in person. And it doesn't matter. They see past that. They look at it with like, shit, I'm not the one he told on. Or you know what I'm saying? Or shit, I'm not the one he gave a statement about. And that's what people, you know, that's what makes them still do business and be in cahoots with that person. Me personally, I find out someone's telling, time to bring them scissors, my friend. You know? Because you always got to stand up for what you believe in. So don't ever go against what you feel is right or what you stand for when someone else is living foul or bends. You know what I'm saying? If you're living thorough straight and you're doing your thing and someone you're cool with ends up bending or doing something they shouldn't have did, whether you're cool with them or not, you got to get them up out your circle. If not, it makes it look like you condoning it. It makes it look like shit. If he knows this about that person and he's still hanging out with that person, what makes me think he won't do it? You understand? And nowadays, like I said, ever since 6ix9ine, the faggot with the colorful hair, done did this, everyone thinks it's cool. You feel me? Me, I don't think it's cool. I'm going to tell y'all a story about when I was very young and I was in school, in elementary school. Okay? When I was in elementary school, I was in 4th grade, Davie Elementary. And I'll never forget when a kid told on me because he had got the A honor roll. And when he got the A honor roll, you know, they gave out a coupon wheel. It was called a coupon wheel. And what it was is it was just a cool, colorful looking wheel. Looked like the shit you see on the Wheel of Fortune. And it had all the different coupons. You know, $20 off at Chuck E. Cheese. Free French fries at McDonald's. You know, different things like that. I wasn't a straight A student, so I could never get a wheel. So what did I do? I took a wheel. You get what I'm saying? But I didn't want to be the coward and take it from no one who was, you know, weaker than me or nothing like that. So what did I do? I waited till they walked us all outside to the pickup area where your parents come and get you. And I went back to my classroom because I knew my teacher would be distracted outside with all the other students. And I went into the classroom, opened her desk, and stole the whole stack of wheels. You understand? Got away with it and everything. The next day, guess what happens? I get called to the principal's office. I'm in the principal's office. They got the truancy officer in there, the dare officer. He's got his little hand on his, you know, the shit they wear when they're cops, you know, trying to scare me and stuff. Like I'm going to jail for it, right? Then what do? They bring a kid in who told on me. You see? When I seen how that was and how I felt being told on, when what I was doing wasn't harming this person, what I was doing had nothing to do with them. They got their wheel. They still had got their wheel, but they felt like I didn't deserve it because I wasn't on the A honor roll. And when they did that, and I got involved, and the police and all that stuff was there, and they tried to scare me and shit, that right there made me hate people who tell. You know? Now, don't get me wrong. See, you got people that will swear to God they will never tell. They will never talk to the cops. They will never call the police for anything. Me personally, I find 99% of the people who say they want it, they would. And they've never been in a situation. Because don't get me wrong, I'm totally against the police. Totally against them, right? But there can always be something in this world to where you would need to call the police. It could be anything. You could be walking down the street and someone run up and get you and take your kid. And what are you going to do? Keep it in the streets? You're going to keep it in the streets. Let's be real now. How many hood people are, I'm going to keep it to the streets, bro? I would never call the police after. Man, you want to find out where your baby at? Man, you going to get on that phone and find out where your baby at. There ain't no way in hell. This ain't no movie. You ain't going to just sit there and allow it to go down like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be like, man, it ain't nothing, bro. That would never happen because my jit don't go nowhere without me. Man, it can happen to anybody. Anybody can be walking down the street and someone come up behind you, knock you clean out, you wake up, your kid missing. That's facts. Okay? Just like, for instance, here's another one. I'm going to break it down for you. If you was walking through a parking lot, say you was leaving Walmart or something, and you're walking through a parking lot and you see some random dude, some random guy now, trying to harm a little girl, like jump out and snatch her. Me, I'm going to jump on that dude. Like, man, you tripping. You know, boy, that ain't your kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I just seen something go down that he wasn't supposed to be doing like that, you know, like trying to kidnap her or something like that. Man, I'm going to jump and beat the dog shit out that dude. You feel me? So what did I do? I protected that little girl against a pedophile, right? Right or wrong. By me doing that, I just helped the police during a crime. You understand? Now, am I wrong? Because if I allowed it and I turned my head and there was nothing, then it looks like I condone and am cool with pedophiling. Right? So either way, which one would you take? This is just how I'm breaking it down for y'all to understand. Because there's always a time in a situation when you could get put in a situation to where you don't expect it and then you don't think it's going to turn out to be what it is. Okay, like for instance, with me, KFROG TV hit the news. When KFROG TV hit the news, a couple of my homeboys went to confinement behind it. Was it that big of a deal? Nah. To the people who went to confinement? Nah. You feel me? But then you have a lot of other people who say other shit. Oh boy, yeah boy, you police, you this. When I was in prison, I went to confinement for KFROG TV, 4 phones. Got out of confinement after the dorm got shaken down. People went to confinement with me and everything. Got out back on the compound and no one tried to kill me then. I was in prison with them doing it. And no one tried to kill me then. You get what I'm saying? It was the same thing. It just, I was on the streets this time. You see what I'm saying? But not one time ever did I ever tell on someone. Did I ever get someone arrested? Did I ever point the finger? Did I ever tell on another inmate? None of that. Never had a co-defendant a day of my life when I got arrested. It was just me. Never ever got arrested with someone else. You see what I'm saying? So I know what it's like to not put myself in a situation for people to even think something like that. Now you got other people who won't commit a crime on their own. They want a co-defendant. Because that, to them, it's 2 things. They feel like, okay, it's even a bigger chance of us getting away with it because there's 2 of us now, right? Or I have someone to throw it on. I have a fall man, someone to take the rap. And that's why people will get co-defendants. They'll get someone to go hit a lick with them. And then when they get caught, they have no problem pointing the finger at him. And then he points the finger at him. And then they go to pointing the finger back at both of them. Both of each other go to pointing the fingers back and forth like this. And the next thing you know, they both get bammed. You see? That's how it works. You know what I'm saying? And for someone to condone snitching or to know someone is police and to think that person who they know's police is a real one, that would make someone like me look at them fishy. Like, okay, so if this person right here, you idolize this person and you know this person's police, it makes me look like what really, you know, gets your motor going. What, you know what I'm saying? How could you think someone was real that you know is police? You feel me? Like I said, 6ix9ine. There's people out there that are fans of him forever. You know, whether good fans or bad fans. All right? But you have people who actually feel like he's real. them same people who feel like he is real, they think he's real now. Difference from not. Now, let me straighten it up though before people think different. I'm not saying the people who like him or the people who feel like he wasn't wrong. I'm saying people who think he's real. For the ones who thinks he's real and he's the realest, they'll 9 times out of 10 tell. Them same people. They would label themselves a rat. Now, I know some people label themselves a rat and do things because they feel like it's the right thing to do. Like in prison, they're scared for their life. So they will tell and rat in order to get put on PC and to get up out of there. Some people, they lie about their paperwork throughout their whole prison bid so no one finds out about it because they're scared for their life. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll end up, when it comes out or whatever, they'll play it off like they're cool. You know? You have different people that do different things when it comes to being a rat. Spanish people call it chiva. You see what I'm saying? Now, when it comes down to it, for the ones who tell and feel like they're cool, them ones right there, I feel like are the worst. Now, this is only for people who aren't civilians. You know, like older people who never did a crime a day of their life, who ain't in the streets. You know, there's a big difference from owning a home and you worked for your whole life and you never got in trouble your whole life and someone breaks into your house and you call the police. Them people right there, yeah, they're cop callers, but that's different from snitching. Rather than you're someone who used to break into houses and you got burglaries, and then when someone breaks in your house, you call the cops. You see? It's different. Or you catch a charge with someone and then you're ratting on them first quarter because you can't take the pressure that's on your shoulders. You see what I'm saying? That's why in this world, like I said, you could be anything you want to be. Anything. Anything you put your mind to, you can be. Don't ever settle to be a rat. If y'all ever seen the movie Goodfellas, if y'all remember what he taught him when he was a kid, when he was a little boy, what'd he tell him? You keep your mouth shut and you never tell on your friends. That is something that a lot of people need to stand by. Because nowadays, people don't care. They could be facing 5 years. Just 5 years. You could be facing 30. They'll still try to put it on you and get you them 30 away from your family and your kids instead of them getting 5 for no reason when they have nothing on the streets. Anyways, that's how messed up the world is today. You see? People will straight tell just to tell. They can literally not even be facing no time. They can know they're going to get probation and the other person's going to get 15 because he's been to prison before. They're still going to. That's how they do it. I seen it happen in prison. People get caught with Tunchi right on them. A banger right on them. It ain't mine. It ain't mine. Whose is it? And then they'll just name some random person. Then they'll go to that side of the compound and take that person in confinement. Like people drop kites. Check in under people's names. You know? But when you tail on someone, you can never take that back. There is no pause buttons. There isn't no reloads, no rewinds. Like life isn't no video game. You only live one time. You may get away with it. 10 years down the line, someone might come back around for you about it. You understand? And then you have people that told and can make it through their prison bid without even being noticed that they told. You know, because down here in the state of Florida, they don't search paperwork like that. That's the thing. You could literally tell them, you could be in there for driving with a suspended license. And they ask you what you in there for. Man, I got in an argument with my neighbor and I shot him 5 times. For real? Yeah, bro. Give him a whole rundown fake story and everything like that. And then next thing you know, boy, word go around. Boy, he don't play. He don't fucking boy. He busted his neighbor 4 or 5 times. That's how it is. And really, he's in there for driving suspended license. Because they don't check paperwork. So a lot of people make it through prison being an undercover rat. Straight up. Halloween time's coming up. You know, might as well, for the people that done snitch and that are rats, might as well go out there and get you a damn rat suit. Be Master Splinter for Halloween or something. You get what I'm saying? Because no matter how much time goes by, no matter how long it's been, if you ratted on someone, you went against the code. You shouldn't be living in the streets and repping it no more. You see what I'm saying? Someone who told on someone isn't respected. The ones that told on someone and got out of the and act like they ain't living like that no more. They don't live in the streets no more. They don't even carry themselves like a gangster no more. None of that. That's respected. Even though they told, that right there is more respected than someone that told and is still living in the street acting like they the truth. They living like this. Ain't nothing gonna happen to them. Yeah, because no one wants to do nothing to someone who they know is a rat. You see what I'm saying? If you told on someone for something else so simple, who would come put their hands on someone like that? Or who would even want to do business with someone like that? If you smoke bud and you're going here and you're buying bud off this dude and everything like that for like 3-4 years, next thing you know, you see it on the news, his house got raided. Okay, he's out the next day. Boop, out again. Ain't no one coming around but you. You the only one he's busting. You're the only one he's serving up. Now how you gonna feel? You gonna be like, boy, I know they watching you. Boy, ain't no way in hell. See people get picked up with all these oxy charges, getting caught with all these pills and all this different stuff like that. And then what? They come out, boom, walking around scot-free. Oh, yeah, charges drop. Oh, yeah, really? CI, confidential informants. You got to watch out for things like that. You got to be real cautious with who you do business with on these streets. Someone that you used to calling you for a damn eighth or a damn half-o, fuck around, calls you and wants a whole plate, you know something's off. If you got someone that's used to buying 2-3 oxys off you, now all of a sudden they calling for 50, you know something's wrong. Or if you got someone that calls for 50 all the time, now they calling for 2. That's wrong too. That should catch your attention. Like, that's the ones, those are the CIs that feel bad for what they're about to do to you. They started to actually like you, but got caught. And then the police said, show us where you got it. So now they're calling you, oh, I need 2 just to catch you a little charge. When normally they buy 50 off you. Then you got the ones that would, like I said, cop a little bit off you. But then they're so scared when they get caught that they're going to call you for the whole whammy. I need 80 of them. That's what you got to watch out for. Because there are snitches out here. And like Lil Wayne says back in the day in the song Snitch, no glasses can help you see the people. Your own people can be the people. Okay? That's what happens a lot out here. It's people you didn't think would snitch and people you wouldn't think would take that route. Will, and you'll be around to see it, or you'll be the damn co-defendant that goes through it, or you'll end up visioning it and finding out from the past. Ain't no lies in black and white. You see what I'm saying? And when you do something and you out here committing crimes, or you out here acting like you thugging and you living like that, you might as well take that shit and keep your chin up and take that shit all the way to the door and hold your own. Because that person who you telling on, 9 times out of 10, they got in it for you to make you feel proud of them. You know what I'm saying? To make you feel like, that's my dog, he gonna ride. You see me? Oh, my dog down. You feel me? To prove a point to you is 9 times out of 10 why someone would be down to go hit a lick with you. You feel me? And then whoever tells first is when they fall short. That damn show, First 48. I know y'all seen it. I done watched every single season and episode about 5-6 times. When it comes on, I can literally tell, I be telling my old lady, oh, that's the one that told. He's going to tell on the one dude. I know it now just because I done watched it so many times. But every time you watch that show, what do you see? Someone pointing a finger. Whether it's a civilian, but 9 times out of 10, it's someone who's in the streets who's thugging it. Who didn't know they're on recording. Who didn't expect them to be on a TV show running their mouth like that. You feel me? Like people in prison that drop kites low key. Ride a kite. Oh, KFROG in D1, 217 upper has a cell phone. Go drop it in the mailbox. Next thing you know, they get it. When they go to send it out, they see, oh, they call the captain, boom, 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 they come run down on me. I go to confinement. Why? I got caught with a phone because I wasn't expecting it, because someone dropped a kite on me. They low-key snitched on me. And that's what people do. It'll be hate. It could be hatred. Someone can hate what you got and they want to see you fall. Don't matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I went to the county jail one time for possession of pills. All right? And they weren't even mine. I kept my mouth shut the whole time. Every single person that was there in my hood got arrested. Every single person that was there that night got arrested. They found 6 pills in the bushes. Them same 6 pills they found in the bushes, they also found one with the same markings of the digits and everything on someone else there that night with some other drugs he had. Me, since I was on probation, one of the Davie neighborhood cops who hated me my whole life was like, oh, let's put it on Mr. Frog right here. Ruin his probation. They took me to jail. VOP with a possession charge. Right? I was in the county jail on a VOP facing 7 years because I violated a violent VOP with this new possession charge. After I was in there for about good 9 months, I talked to my homeboy. He was at my people's house, and he's like, yeah, dog. He's like, man, I got probation for what I got, and I violated it and had to go back to the county for 6 months, and now I'm out scot-free. He's like, man, I wish I could come in there and just go to court and just tell them that was my shit, man, and they dropped the charges. If I did that, you think that I can get a charge for it? I said, oh, I don't know. I'll ask my lawyer. I talked to my lawyer. What my lawyer say? Yeah, he can. He will, though. Why? Did you get him talking about it on the phone? I could pull the phone records. Did you get him talking about it on the phone? I said, nah, man, I haven't even heard from him since I've been in here. I was just asking. And I ended up eating that charge. Why? Because I was in the streets. I had to stick to the code. You feel me? He didn't tell and say they were mine. It's not like he told on me to make me take the charge. But the fact is, I didn't. Even though it wasn't mine. It put me in a real messed up spot. A bad spot in my life. But I took that shit like a soldier. You get what I'm saying? Literally. I took it like a soldier. And that time right there split me up with my first son's mom. She ended up getting someone else, having another baby and all that. Like I was going through it in there, stressing. But I still kept it 100 in my inside because I knew it would be wrong for me to tell on somebody. You understand? Some other people don't have no morals. They have no problem pointing the finger, yip yapping. You know what I'm saying? Because all they think about is their self. You don't put yourself in a messed up situation, you won't find yourself with a messed up outcome, is what you got to always learn. And when someone does decide to tell on you, or if you find out someone you're cool with was police, man, you get from around them, man. Distance yourself. Stop fucking with them. Don't take chances. Because if your ass end up in jail after messing with them when you knew he was police, you can't blame no one but yourself. Same thing if you're beefing with someone that's police. If you're beefing with someone that's police and you out there looking for them and you out there applying that pressure, making it to where, boy, when he see me and you get in trouble behind that, I guarantee you get in trouble behind that. Any one of your bunkies that you have when you go to jail or prison and you tell them the story, soon as you tell them that part where you knew he was police or you tell them that he had told before, they gonna tell you one thing. You played. Man, it's your fault. You shouldn't have been fucking with him. Leave him alone. Shouldn't have been out there looking for him, chasing him down. You already knew he told on someone before. You can't tell on someone. It don't matter if it was 10 years ago, but now you've been a thug for 10 years. You see what I'm saying? It means it's in them. It means that if that pressure is too much for them to handle and hold, they could fold and bend and break it down to take you away from your family. You see? So, in a world where you could be anything you want to be, just remember what Frog told you. Don't be a rat. Straight like that. I appreciate y'all watching, man. This KFROG TV.